Yeah, good morning, MarketChameleon.com. I'm Adam. That's Sniffly Will over there. What's up, Sniffly Will?
I'm smelling hoagie juice. I ate an Italian hoagie yesterday at my
Somebody left
office.
the
Now,
hoagie wrapper around.
ooh, it's a hoagie napkin.
Wait, do they call them subs or hoagies up there, man?
We're we're close. I've lived in Philadelphia area long enough where I refer to it as a hoagie.
Hoagies,
But
man.
we're in an area where it's a blend of hoagies and subs.
Hoagies and subs, hoagies and subs, sodas and pops, sodas and pops.
Subs are really, once you get in, actually maybe New York. It's really New England. I think where the sub is the
Well, do
the
they say
birthplace.
pop down there in Philly, or they say soda?
It's soda and gravy. And
What's gravy? I don't want to know, dude. I do not want to know what gravy is.
What we would have called tomato sauce, marinara sauce, red sauce.
Gravy. Yeah, that's good, man. All right, enough with the chit chat, bro. Bring up your screen. Everybody who's on the YouTube right now, click the subscribe button, tick that bell. You catch us live here every morning when you click that subscribe button and you tick that bell. If you don't tick the bell, apparently Google doesn't really let you know. But hey, that's pura vida. Remember, everybody, option trading is risky. We are not telling you what to do. We're just giving you some ideas. You got to use the Chameleon for your info. So if you're on the Chameleon, click the top right-hand corner. There's a subscribe button up there. Click that subscribe button. You get to try it free for 7 days. And what are you bringing us today, bro?
Well, this is when you first called me this morning. This was in the background, so I had to grab it. I haven't done any research on it, but it's amazing. It's a recent study by Bank of America, and the reasons for buying a home.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the younger generation, the Gen Z, 18 to 23, 55% starting a family, 47% building wealth, 33% making their family proud. I wouldn't have even put. I mean, the numbers of making their family proud are really
that's tapping into something, isn't it?
Really amazing, right?
Incredible, dude.
33% are
even
doing
at
it
our even the oldie goldies, 16%. Wow.
Yes.
What are they trying to prove? If you're 54 years old, what are you proving, dude?
I thought the great thing was building wealth, and we've talked about it before. And you go to the Chameleon.
Why don't you go ahead and take my face off there? Unless everybody wants to watch me. If you prefer to watch me, hit me up in the comments. We'll leave my face up 24/7. I'm happy to do it, dude.
If you look at dividends, and I mean, we talk about this occasionally, the REITs.
Yep.
I mean, you want to build wealth and own real estate? Let someone else manage the property. I mean,
I do find it humorous. At the same time, you're saying that from somebody who's built a tremendous amount of wealth buying properties.
You're right. I would probably be wealthier.
I mean, it's true, myself included. Like, properties have been very good to almost everybody I know who's done properties.
It's the leverage that allows, that first multi-unit I bought was a 3-unit, and my wife and I lived in each one of the units, and at the time it basically paid the rent.
Yep.
For us to live, it paid the mortgage, and we lived for free.
Yeah.
And that was our starting point. And
it's
you're right.
magical,
I've always used the leverage, which, you can, believe it or not, you can do in this space too. I mean, you have an Interactive Brokers Down account, and you set up the right account. You can borrow at the same, with the same leverage as buying a house.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you can get, an incredible yields and dividends, and organized by the type of house you want to, what kind of real estate you want to be in, shopping centers, medical, mixed use, manufacturer's home. I mean, we've always talked about owning a luxury hotel. Here's a REIT that all they do yields 7%.
Dude, we almost got into like the low end hotel business. You remember that? That was a long time ago, man. Remember? Will's calls me up on the phone. Hey, man, I got a property. You want to come manage it? We'll be partners. You come manage it. It was like a Motel 6. Remember that?
No, it was one of the great Jersey Shore towns, Wildwood, New Jersey.
Yeah, we probably lied. That probably would have been a good deal, right? It was so cheap. It was like, what, 180 grand or something?
Oh, my God. That was when real estate was banging at the doors. But anyways, just be aware. You can get into real estate every day. Now the one thing with real estate that I found during the financial crisis, it's almost impossible to get out when you're panicked.
Yeah.
Which is also a good thing. The
Yeah.
problem with anything that's tradable, it's not 24 hours a day, but every day the market opens, God willing, and you're able to get out of your positions when you're panicked, and that sometimes isn't a good thing. So you just have to have the fortitude to hold on when in periods of distress, market distress, which by the way is affecting real estate at the same time. You just can't go out and sell it right away.
Yep.
So just something to look at. The other thing I was going to talk about, we've talked about it a couple times this week, but the investor meetings today, they are going to discuss the Disney streaming platform and how it's going to change and what technology is behind it. It's going to be.
I'm telling you that Fox acquisition was all about the Hulu, man. All about the Hulu.
You're probably right.
Yep.
Is it a hula hoop? What is it?
It's
some sort of extraordinary. So just be aware. This is it is not being priced like Netflix, that's for sure. And, they have people who come and stay at those hotels every year. It seems like they could train them how to use their service at those hotels for free.
Right, like free Hulu right there, right in your hotel room.
Well, they should, right?
Like Hulu.
Free streaming on the theme parks. You get, you build your.
Just think about it, man.
There.
You restrict the Wi-Fi in those theme parks, man, to Hulu. It's the only thing you can stream
for free. Yeah, just so people get used to it, get used to the shows. You have a lot of stuff they can do. I looked at it as extremely bullish. New price. We talked about bankers setting higher price targets. I think one was in the 140s. If it goes anywhere near this, these spreads will work out well for you.
Yep.
So, and we've got all the features we like: win rates, theoretical edge, cushion to the downside if the stock does burp here for some reason. Poison at the theme park, terrorist attack. Those are the risks to Disney.
Poison at the theme park.
Well, you could imagine that would be bad.
Isn't that a song?
It could be. Tesla again in the news. Those cars are going to come down in price.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, the gigaback battery factory is they're freezing expansion. This can't be good, right? And this last delivery announcement was bad as well. And they're starting to view this as a real car company. Like, the autos started to really get hit when the manufacturers of the components started going out of business because they weren't ordering as many components. You're not ordering the batteries because you don't see the future growth of the cars. It's not a good situation.
So there's no more gigafactory expansions. What was happening with that?
They're freezing it, and they were partnering with. Let's see the company. I want to say Motorola, but I could be wrong. Panasonic. It just seems like they're starting to look at the fundamentals with this stock, and the fundamentals aren't necessarily good. Not so good. And it's still a $264 stock with no earnings, in sight. And
so you're saying that basically their capital has finally kind of become very restricted, so they're starting to make real business moves. People are like, wait, now it's a business, so now we need to start looking at it as a business rather than, no, this is just an idea and a growth, and we believe in Elon.
Look at you. Where'd you get your MBA? You are really thinking this through.
From the School of Hard Knocks, man.
It is hard that running a business is a good way to learn about things. And boy, do you get up every morning with black and blue.
So that's your working theory, is that now that they've started making real kind of concrete business decisions, people have begun looking at this as like just a regular other company rather than just a growth machine.
yeah, I don't think people are looking at like, wow, he's creating, a new world
Yeah.
for cars.
Yeah.
People are starting to look at it like, wow, it's a car manufacturer that, isn't going to be able to produce the amount of, or the demand isn't there for the cars that he's producing. Uh, and
Well, the demand
that's
I don't know, Tesla, the demand might be there. They haven't really been able to fulfill the demand very well.
well, that's the thing. They're delivering the cars.
But dude, it's like a year wait to get a car. If you place an order right now, you got at least a year in front of you.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Good point.
It is whatever.
I mean,
it's a tough one to figure
showing
out.
those
Nobody
numbers.
knows exactly what's going to happen with this thing.
And they got rid of their sales force. I mean, it's just, well, there. Here you go.
Yep.
It's this, there's risk, and the market cap is still almost 50 billion. Let's look at a car company that you can buy a car every day off the lot. Its market cap is half that. Well, 37 billion.
Yeah.
Stock yield 6%.
What are the odds you're buying a Ford, dude? Actually, you bought a Ford before. That piece of junk.
I've never bought a Ford, but
what was the one where the AC broke and it was like, you're gonna have to throw the car away, Mr. Bride? We can't fix it.
I'm sorry. That was a Ford. That was
I
a Ford
knew it.
Freestyle.
I knew it. It was like a Ford Edge or something, wasn't it?
No, it was a Freestyle.
Freestyle.
It was their
Freestyle
SUV wagon.
Dude, could you be any more hip? The Freestyle.
I put 250,000 miles on that car.
You did, dude. He would drive it back and forth between New York and Philly every day, man.
They could not figure out that AC. That's AC with a black car is a must-have.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the middle of summer.
Oh yeah, I know that from experience down here in Costa. If your AC's not working, you're in deep trouble.
Have people died driving their cars with the windows open because no AC in Costa?
Dude, tell that.
So anyways,
you don't even tell that story. We'll own this Ford. It was an SUV, this Ford Freestyle. He went to the AC stopped. He went to his mechanic, just the local mechanic. He's like, I can't fix it. Took it to the Ford dealer, which you don't want to do because it's more expensive. It's out of warranty. Ford dealer's like, I will change this. Is $500 still doesn't work. Takes it back, and they're like, basically, we can't fix. Imagine this: a dealership saying we cannot fix this air conditioning unit. That's it. Done.
We can't.
You're done. No AC.
Was like we can't tell you what it's going to cost. We got to.
We can't tell you because we don't know. Can you imagine? I mean, I understand that from a doctor, but from a car, dude, incredible. And then Will drove it for another 2 years.
Put another 50,000 miles on it. It was uncomfortable miles.
It was dude. It's a great way to lose weight, man.
Incredibly, I gained weight during that period. I've gained weight
from
every
all the
year.
Frozen lattes you would go and get.
Every year since I was 18, I've gained weight. Never had a losing year until this year.
Gaining weight's the easiest thing in the world, man. It's easy. So what else you got for us, brother?
Not for some. If it's a problem, it is a real problem. Well, I'm just looking now. Tesla. We have plenty of opportunities to take some downside exposure if you want, using spreads, theoretical edge, win rates, cushion if it goes against you and the stock goes up. I mean, here you can get a cushion of 10% to the upside, still yield 17% or more if it goes down. So
how long do I have to hold that one for?
Next 60 days.
Boy, that's
actually
pretty attractive.
Right there. Expiration's May on that one, May 24th. So a little more than a month. I looked at the unusual option volume next, relative to this 90-day average, looking for some calls for some bullish plays. First one that popped up was I have a family member who works at this bank, and I don't know if anyone remembers.
Scroll down
the
a little
crisis.
so we can see it.
Well, why would I show anyone? Citizens Financial Group, CFG.
Yep.
And during the holidays, he was just crazy about how the banks were getting beat up. We discussed it in the show, and the stock was right here down near 28, 27. Stocks come, back a little bit, but high call activity. You can, we've got earnings coming up.
Yeah, they got earnings coming up. You see that call activity. There might be some movement in these stocks. Yeah.
There might. Let's take a quick look. CFG. So yeah, you have some opportunities with some theoretical edge, cushion if it goes down a little bit. So there's some opportunities. The other one that I looked at was GoDaddy. We've talked about this a couple times. You were early, you had said, into the parking of domain names, URLs.
Yep.
Made your small fortune off that. Well, this company, everyone who's gotten into that space, which is, how many Americans have not thought they had a name that they should?
They say there's like, I don't know, it's 10 domains for every human on Earth or something.
A lot.
Like literally, like multiple tens of billions of domain names have been sold.
So they get paid. It's a recurring revenue model. Works well, and they had some bullish call activity. I looked for some spreads, and there you go.
Nice.
I mean, it's amazing how the chameleons just spit this information out of you.
Well, I do feel GoDaddy's gotten better. I mean, they were really antiquated with their emails and stuff. They've gotten better. They still are super laggards in the that space. Like real pros don't use GoDaddy for the auxiliary services, but for domain parking and domains and that sort of stuff, it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay.
Where would you recommend a chameleon go?
Honestly, I'm on GoDaddy simply because all my properties are on GoDaddy, and I don't want to move them all to new properties. It's just such a headache. I don't want to do it, And they're relatively price competitive, so I stick with them.
First to space. I mean, look at that.
Yep.
First to space. Yep. And they spend a lot on marketing to get those people.
Now I think they're for the mom and pop. They're good because it can be a one-stop shop. You buy the domain, they host the domain, they help you build your website. You can literally start to finish. For somebody who really doesn't know what they're doing, it's a decent place. But for anybody in the know, it's not really. Professionals don't really use GoDaddy.
Yeah, what do they use? Amazon Cloud. Speaking of which, I mean, I didn't bring up Amazon, but we should talk about that. Let's
what about the Amazon?
Well, it's a bearish position, and supposedly talked about this morning in the chit chat in the background as I'm listening is Amazon and no
listening
no
in on the Alexa conversations. Is that what you're going to talk to me about?
Yeah,
dude, I tweeted about that literally before the show. Anybody follow me on Twitter? I tweeted about that before the show.
I did not receive that tweet.
Who of the public didn't know that this is going on? How is it possible to make AI better when it comes to voice if you don't actually have humans correcting the AI? It's impossible, dude. You have to have people listening. Google's been doing this for 2 decades.
I was not aware that they would do that without the people who, you'd put out a sample group or give away Alexas with the. I mean, I would have thought
they do it. They hire people. What's better than people who are being hired?
This is not what was said, and I do not know the story verbatim. This was background chit chat in my ear as I was producing this episode.
Yep.
Well, producing's a maybe a little bit of a stretch.
Term.
But
researching. You were researching.
I was looking for different opportunities this morning, and the way it was described was like they're listening to whatever Alexa they want, which is way different than all right.
You think they're picking and choosing? Oh, this is McBride's Alexa. We want to know what McBride's saying. Like that's what you're thinking.
They're not the people who are using it didn't sound like it was a sample group who were who knew they were being listened to. It's fine if they're testing it and using it, but those people should be.
No, dude, they want actual use cases, dude. They don't want somebody in a lab. Hello, Alexa.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you put out, like anything, you do a test. You tell the people, listen, use Alexa. We'll give it to you.
They do that when you sign up for Alexa. You are agreeing that that's possible.
Oh, really?
Come on, man. Join the club, dude. Okay, I'm gonna lay it out for everybody here, dude. When you sign up for Alexa, you are giving them access to your voice and your data. You're giving them that. Okay, they can use it any way they want. All right. So if you don't like that, don't even plug in your Alexa, man. That's it.
I didn't.
And they're using the voice for. I mean, how do you not know this, man? We're online
once I heard
day,
that they were selling our children's voices for rebroadcast in anywhere they wanted, I was out.
Selling my children's voices.
They're stealing the voices of our young. It's a terrible thing. Anyways, take a look at it. Adam, Uncle Adam down there's obviously bullish on Amazon because of this. Seems like a
Dude, but I'm just saying everybody's doing it, man. I mean, this is not, dude. You don't think Apple's doing this? You don't think Google is doing? They're all doing this. It's just not news. It's not news.
I knew this very early on. I freeze everything. You can't come into the house with an electronic device in this. You can't come onto our property. I have a box at the end of the property. Everyone's got to drop their cellular devices. This is
look, man. This is the thing for AI to work. And especially AI voice, it needs billions and literally tens and hundreds of billions of voice samples to learn, to correct, to learn, to correct, to learn, to correct. It's literally, you need tens of billions, hundreds of billions, right? To the way your method, which is to hire a sample group and have people sit in a room, Alexa, how do I, dude, that never worked. The reason why Google's so good, it's because it's on everybody's computer, dude. That's why it's working so well. That's why Google's voice is so awesome. It has the largest sample size. So, but to think that we're going to, I mean.
Are you saying Google has been looking at my emails?
Well, dude, you know, it's like, I want to say it's 40% or 50% of searches now are done by voice. I mean, it's incredible. And I've talked about this numerous times on my podcast. It's going to be 100%. In 5 years. It's going to be 100% of people are searching. Nobody's going to be typing in anymore, dude. Those days are almost gone. And people don't even realize it. Yeah, you're still like, voice, what's voice? I'm telling you, it's happening. It's happening.
Kids get it. All my kids use the voice.
Of course, dude. They're not going to first of all, they don't even know the keyboard. Why would they even know the keyboard when they can just say,
Daddy,
hey,
what's
Google,
the letter A, Daddy? Daddy, A,
Google, find my Shopkins.
They're telling me in school, A-E-I-O-U. What? What do I use those for?
What do I need those for? Google. What's the alphabet?
A, B, C, D. What's this yellow thing with lead at the end? Why do I need this? All good points. It's hard to argue.
Yeah, man.
It's hard to argue, other than when it all shuts down.
All right, dude, bring your face back up, man. Remember, everybody, if you are on YouTube, click that subscribe button, tick that bell, catch us live here every morning for this wonderful
look.
chit-chat.
New feature. This is...
Are you going to show us a feature, dude? Nobody wants your dang features, man. Will loves features.
On the earnings calendar?
Yeah.
I was just alerted to this yesterday by King Chameleon. Today's opportunities. I mean, this is
fire. Is that a fire symbol right there?
I'm going to show it real quick.
Dude,
just
fire. I love
you
fire.
Pop on that.
Hashtag fire.
Those are all opportunities today in the options space.
Wait, so what page is that on? That's on the earnings calendar?
I'm not telling unless you're a premium member. Are you a premium member?
So if you're a premium member.
It's on the earnings calendar.
Page.
So
gotcha.
It gets
today's opportunities. Holy smackers, man.
Yeah. 10 pages. I mean, you've been asking for this forever. So there you go.
Dude, one click. I've been asking for it. One click easy, man. Find me the trades in one click.
Today's opportunities.
Oh, man, that is awesome. Wow.
I'm not sure any because it's super secretive. Just launched.
That is awesome. Man, we got to tweet about that today.
In the show. Huh?
That's going to be great, dude.
What do you mean going to be great? It is great.
That is great. Wow. Just so you know, bro. Oh, by the way. So, we send out these Chameleon cups, right?
We do?
To our premium members, people who win prizes, so on and so forth. Bro, you sent one to our friends in Malaysia, I believe. Wasn't it Malaysia?
No, I didn't send one. I sent like 12. It was that gentleman in Malaysia has like $1,000 cup.
No, wait. So wait.
We now have changed our policy. There is no
right. So because we sent to
outside,
I believe
the
it was first Madagascar, right? And that cup got like lost in the wind, completely ghosted, right? And so and then he won like a.
We can barely get cups to Tyler, Texas. But
I don't know if he wants to name his name, but you know who you are, brother. And so then he's like, well, just send it to my other house in Malaysia. And we're like, you know what? Because you've been we're going to hook you up, or we want a prize or whatever. So we're sending him 2 cups. Well, what was that? Like, it was like $150 to send it FedEx to Malaysia.
He's a good man.
And Will's nice enough to get it off there, sends it to Malaysia. And the thing is literally broken in half.
Really?
I don't know who did that packing job, bro. But
It's double wrapped.
let's just say epic fail,
the glue
man.
out.
It's literally in pieces, $200 in shipping later, 2 different countries. And you got to be careful out there, man. You got to be careful.
Much like the market, chameleons, be careful.
Be careful out there. Everybody, great.
You
Have a
don't wanna
great
be
trading
broken in
day.
half.
Stay safe out there, man. Stay safe. And we'll see you here tomorrow morning. Later. Say bye, Will.
Bye, chameleons.